Good morning. Me and Honey are out here. We are on Operation Brown Elk. Just the two of us are going to come out here. We're going to camp out tonight so we can make sure we can spend all the time that we need to hopefully finally get into a brown elk. But I'm like almost up. You can see that cliff behind me. That's where we're headed. And I can see some tines down here below. I can't tell what I got. I'm going to get it where I can show you what I see. I can't tell what we got over there. Let's see. Right there. Gosh, it almost seems like a deadhead deer laying on its side. What do you guys think? I'll get down there. It could be an elk shed, but a deer couldn't be that far off the ground unless it was a deadhead. But let's go see what we got. Put in your guess. You tell me what I got, and then I'll get down there and show you. All right, what did you guess? I think I was wrong, because I see what it is now. I see what it is now. Holy crap. Let's see. All right, you ready? Did you type in your guess? Actually, let me show you. Look at that. Look at that buck with the cheater on it. Not a deadhead. I thought the way it was laying up like that, it had to be a deadhead. Big old heavy. Good girl, honey. Where's the other one? Go find the other one. Anyway, let's see. Let me show you that. Let me get a picture real quick. Okay. Let's look at this. Holy crap. Look at that. Giant eye guard. Sweet little cheater there. Heavy. Look at the mass on him, on everything. I mean, not crazy heavy, but decent. Good mass all the way. Now we gotta spend some time on this slope, see if we can't match this dude up. That is a big buck. That is awesome. Let me see if I can back out and show it to you. There you go. That's what we're going up. There we go. That's the way to start the day. I did not think we were going to get into deer sheds, and I'm surprised Honey didn't turn that one up. But anyway, let's see if we can't match this up and then get up a little higher and get into some elk. That's a good start to the day. All right, we made it to the top. Found about 1 billion boot tracks. Here's what it is. So I came over here to this rim and I'm glassing. 6-point elk shed. Gonna have to drop. See if I can show you. All right, so you see that patch of rocks right there in the center? Just above it, looks like a pretty good elk shed. You might be able to see it. It's in the screen. I can't see because of the glare on the thing, but anyway, we're gonna have to drop over there. Probably glass a little bit more before I do, because this is a good spot and it kind of makes all those cedars down there look kind of open from this high. So there we go. We got an elk, and one big elk, one big deer so far. That's not a bad start, even if somebody else beat me in here. A lot of bulls are still packing, so I mean, stuff could have fallen off last night. We could still get into some browns, but still gonna make a day of it. This is unbelievable. There's tracks right here on this bench. There's tracks on that bench below. There's tracks on the next bench below that. And look, it may not bode well for turning up the other side, because someone's walked the crap out of these benches, but they sure missed that one. It isn't shrinking, I'm telling you that right now. This looks like a stud. They had walked, holy crap, guys. Holy crap. That's a big bull. They had walked that bench right there and this bench that I just walked. Two different people, two different tracks. And that is a stud. Oh, that's big. Oh, dang it. I wonder what the chances of matching them up are. All right, let me show you what we've got so far. Two, and both of them studs. Look at that buck. Wish I could have matched that up. I wish I could match this up. That's a hard white, last year's antler. Big right side. Heavy all the way. That's just a stud bull. Dang. Like I said, there's so many boot tracks in here. Gotta hope they were blind twice to miss that thing. Could happen though, so let's go look. Check out how crazy this is. Tennis shoe tracks. That right there is one of the coolest drills I have ever seen. Boot tracks drill. These guys might have been hiking, but they weren't looking. So a lot of times these drills would be reworked from points, just working the tip down, and then because they were hafted, they could use them as a drill. This one is one of the rare ones that was actually made as a drill from the beginning. And even more rare, you can imagine something that fragile, that tip would snap off pretty easy. And it is all there. Tell me that that is not super cool. So we don't want to leave this in this path right here. Just some cow or elk could come by and step on it, but that is a cool artifact right there. These guys, I cannot believe how many boot tracks are in here. It just is blowing me away. I'm just working to try and get away from them and staying positive because I know they can't pick up everything, and that proves it. I mean, not that a lot of people would be able to spot something like that, but caught my eye. That's probably the best drill I've ever seen myself personally, and that's cool. Alrighty. See another, ooh, what is it? What do we got here? Funny little hook on that thing. We got an antler. 5 point. 5 point. This stuff is super thick. And I'm purposely staying in it. I mean, I can't believe, like I said, the amount of boot tracks. And there's at least 3 different people in here. I think one of them will know that I'm talking to him because he wears tennis shoes and hunts with the dog. Anyway, he'll contact me if he got there heard that 6. But as you can see, in this thick stuff, all you got to do is just keep looking, go slow, and nobody can find all of it. You walk 20 feet to the right or left of this and you're missing it. So that'll be antler number 3 on the day. And it still feels good in here. Still feel optimistic that we can get into something good. So let's go find it. We got another one. We got another one. Looks like a nice 6. Looks like a big 6. Oh, look at that, laying right there. Right on the edge. Wow, that looks a lot like it's the same age as the one I found earlier today. That's the same bull, if not the same year. I think that's a year older. Same bull. Definitely, I think. The way that first and second are, hard to tell on the broken off third, but the way that 4th is, it got a lot bigger. That 5th. Wonder if we can find this set here someplace. I think that is the same bull 1 year earlier. How cool is that? Just keep turning them up. Despite the boot tracks, we keep turning them up. Can't find them all. Alright, so there they are laid out. That first one this morning and then this one. I changed my mind. The end of the beam right there doesn't match. This one just keeps going. Much longer beam. The third's a little higher on this bull. It was the second that it made me think it was, because the second weaker than the first. But I think a little bit more curve on the third. 2 different bulls, just similar. But that's cool. Finding some big stuff today. Stay in that. Let's stay in that till we get to the browns. Oh! We have the first brown elk set of the year. So I came back across this canyon from where I glassed that very first big 6-point. And so in this area, there's big canyons. And I found one of the keys in this area is to find the fingers that have a pretty good bench where the elk like to travel up and down. They've always done well for me in this area. So I've come up and hit this one. And instead of following the first finger up, I hit this bench and started coming around. And we got the first elk brownie. Man, let me pick this piece of crap up. It's a nice antler, it looks like. Oh, oh, oh man. Oh man. Oh, I can't believe it. That is sweet. That looks like the same dadgum bull. Very similar genetics out here. It's not, because he's got a little bit of the hook, but there we go. Brown elk. I'm going to drop the pack and see if we can't match him up. If he's on this bench, there's no reason for him to get pushed or move. So we got a chance. Cross your fingers. I come back real quick. All right, let's check this one out. First of all, you can see he's got blood here, here, here. Not so much on the pedicle. Look at that. That is a sweet brownie to start the year. Left side. Sure looks a lot like the ones I've been picking up today. Got blood all over this front right here, so likely, still got the wax ring. Likely he shed the other side first. So I think I tried going down this bench for a while, but you see that? Hopefully you can. But no luck turning up the other side, so I'm going to backtrack now and see if we can't turn up the other side to this dude. Couldn't have been on the ground long because with all the moisture we've got, this blood would have washed off. So let's see what we can do. Let me try one more time to show it to you, where you can see the whole thing. That is just a sweet brownie to start the year. First elk brownie of the year. Solid bull. Dang, I hope we can match him up. Let's go look. Morning, Saturday morning. Me and Honey slept out here last night. I had other plans for today. To go to a little bit different area, but after yesterday, kind of wanted to stay in this general area. Normally I wouldn't do this, but I just kind of wanted to show you an example of the country that I'm hunting. I'm going to show you where I found that deer shed yesterday from the opposite side of the canyon. Okay. That deer shed was right there in that opening, that little bit of a brushy opening. And then I wrapped around, climbed up that finger, that jagged edge of the finger, and that's where I started my day. Just to give you an example of the country that we're in. Okay. It's been hours and hours and hours. Haven't found anything yet. I'm headed up, what you can see behind me. I just turned around to glass. I see a big 4-point shed over here. We are just a few hundred yards up the canyon from where I found that one yesterday. And there's a chance, I mean, the similarities are definitely there. Let me see if I can get you on it. Let's see. It is right there, dead center of the screen. You can just see the arc of it. It could be my other side. So we got to go over there and look, Gonna have to lose some elevation and regain it. That is what it is. There it is. Huh. I don't think so. It's an older antler for one thing. That's kind of chalked. It could be the same buck. There you go. Good girl. There you go. Now you show up. Could be the same buck, but it's not the same year. Good girl. Good dog. There you go. He's a big buck. Doesn't have the mass, so it might be a younger year. But with that little thing on the base there and the way that thing is, we'll have to lay him side by side and see if he's the same buck. Different year. Now it's old, but I don't know if you can see that boot track coming through here. Oh, dang. What the heck? Shed bowl with only one side. Maybe that's why somebody else found it and stashed it up there. Oh, look. Yep. Tried to cut it off. Tried to cut it off. And gave up. Looks like this one's been busted off at some point. Well, okay. That explains the boot track so close to the shed. Well, we'll leave that one there. It's a shame. This is the ledge. Right here on the edge is this heartbreaker of a point. Big. Would have been a big point. Would have been a nice point. We don't want it going off that ledge, so we will find it a new spot right there. It can stay there for a lot of years. Slow day. Good girl. Bringing an ancient one over. Good dog. What in the world? There's a big old buck at one point. Good girl. That's what we're here to do, huh? There's a good pup. There's a good pup. Not going to be taking that one out, but we won't let her know that that one's too old to be any good. Kind of crazy where it's at. I'm trying to find a way off of this dang cliff. Been working at it for 45 minutes, but I guess if an old buck could get up here. Then we might be on the right track. All right, so it's the end of the trip. Friday and Saturday, I just checked. Ended up with 18.4 miles on Friday and like 18.5 miles for today. I'm a little surprised that yesterday matched today because yesterday's with a heavy pack and all of it was in some steep, nasty crap, but my whole goal was to find a brown this weekend, and man, we did it. So I hope you enjoyed coming along. Just wanted to show this one off again. So this is the one I found yesterday. Heavy, big buck. This is the one from today that's several years older. And I think I'm right. You guys tell me what you think. Because of the way those beams hook, which is fairly distinctive and uncommon, I don't know if you can see that, but I'm trying to show that. He's got this trash right here on the base. Now he's got a lot better eye guard, a lot more mass, got the cheater, but man, his front forks look very similar. His back forks are nearly identical in the way they hook. See the way they hook? I think this is like his first year of being a good, decent buck, probably a 3-year-old, 4-year-old buck. And this is last year's antler. So I think that's the same buck. What do you guys think? Tell me. Tell me what you think. Leave a comment below. Same buck or different buck? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, and if you have subscribed, I appreciate it. If you'll comment, and if you'll like the video, it helps me out. We'll keep finding them. It's going to be more browns now that they're hitting the ground. Thanks for coming along.